G'day guys, welcome to Man Cave Tuesday. Hope you all had a ripper week. Now what's going on in this video, I have no idea, except for, as I said last week, I'm going to do a rundown of getting Max ready for the 3 Desert Bloody ride. So that's getting him prepped to make sure Max is all fine. What I'm loading up, what I'm taking, sleeping, camping, food, water, all that kind of stuff. So I've got new tyres that have to go onto Max, so that's going to be done. I've had to move the Virago 250 out of here. I've put it over there. I've just got to get a cover and cover that up, and then I can get into Max. So let's get into it. Rightio, so that keeps him protected. Now into Max. Rightio, so got to check his oil. I know that from the service point of view, he's all fine. Just make sure his level's right. He never uses bloody oil anyway, but let's have a look. Rightio, so obviously he's going to get a clean up, a wash, but I want to get all this other stuff done first. All right, that we can see. This is fairly well balanced area. I think that there. So he is chock-a-block full as per usual. So even though this looks really dirty, the chain is actually pretty well good. I'll just give it a wash and then re-lube and she'll be right. So not a full scrub on that chain. Next thing we've got to do now is check the air cleaner. Rightio guys, so that's the air cleaner. I've still got that pineapple bloody thing in there, the, what do they call that, the funnel web. And I'm saying that it's a little bit bloody dusty, but that's alright. That'll survive 3 days, no worries at all. Famous last words. Alright, I'll put this back together and then we'll get on to the next thing. Rightio, so I've just got to check his toolbox, because I'm pretty sure when I did the Cuba Petey ride, I pinched some stuff to go into Harry the Boulevard. So I've got to just do it. Oh, did I put it back? Alright, I've got to go check Harry. See what's in his toolbox that I might have pinched from here. It might have been some wire and bits and pieces. That's what we're looking at the moment, and there is just, it's amazing how much stuff fits in here. Rightio, so I've just opened up Harry's toolbox, which is down there. The only thing I can think of is the quick steel. I've got some duct tape there, but I don't think I pinched that out of Harry's. But thanks Pooks, I just stepped in your dog shit, so I've got to go wash me boot. Then I'll pull all this stuff out and just double check everything. Bloody dog shit. Much better. Rightio guys, I've got my little pillow slip bloody thing here, which is what I lay down. I'll grab all this stuff out. Puncture repair kit, fuel hose, one zip tie, very large one. They are that's a whole heap of socket sets, socket extension, a myriad. Oh look, I'll have to I'll get a new bag for that. So I do have the duct tape. Oh. And I've got our tie levers and stuff. Another tie lever, zip ties, spark plug remover. Nice, me chain breaker, more socket stuff, socket wrench, spanners. That's my chain breaker thing. Oh. Wire. Oh, that's the chain breaker. Socket. That's the, what do you call that? The bead buddy, I don't know, whatever it is. Helps for taking off the tyres. Oh no, so I've got steel in that. Sockets. Fuses obviously is all falling out of that bag. Spanner. Oh, Jesus, got to And yeah, so more stuff. All right. That'll be good because it was most probably due for a bit of a clean up. So that's all the stuff down there. Let me get it organised. Rightio guys, so I've gone through it all. The only thing I've done is grabbed a couple of bloody these bags to re-put all these bits and pieces in. I've added a couple of extra zip ties, the bigger ones, because it's always something that I'm bloody giving out or using. I didn't have my slime. I normally have a smaller bottle slime, so I'm going to try and see if I can get all this in, including this slime. It's kind of like, oh, I just like to have it. It's a handy bloody option. So basically a full, that's the deluxe puncher kit that's got everything, including checking just more than what I really need. The slime, obviously I can take the tire off because they do take the bolts off. They're also tire irons. I have an extra one just in case. And that, I think they call it a bead buddy. Spark plug if I have to there, or Allen keys, which work in conjunction with this stuff. These are all the sockets and all the bits and pieces that I need. Spanners, that gets the core if you have to do changing the bloody tubes and shit like that. Obviously over here is all the repairs, so duct tape, zip ties, quick steel, wire, the fuel hose. I've got the master links if there's a problem with the thing and I can work. That's the chain breaker. Spare fuses, check bloody, your gaps on your what do you call it, spark plugs. I know these they're supposed to be fantastic, but they get the job done. Of course I have my Leatherman tool, but that goes actually in the tank bag. I always carry that with me up there, but that is part of my tool set. Cool, so that's pretty much it. So I didn't actually steal anything. The only thing was missing was the slime. So I'm pretty well right. That's all right. It's always good to every now and then go back through this stuff and just make sure you still got the bits and pieces that you need. All right, I'll pack all this up and then we'll get on to the next thing. Rightio guys, so I managed to get everything in there, including that slime. So all I've got to do now is jam that in there. Exactly like that. Then put the cap on. That's my little wire that I wrap around my blinker, which stops that from unwinding and flying off and then all your tools coming out. Rightio, so I suppose we should bloody see if he starts. It's only been a couple of days. Might need the choke. Beautiful. I know his battery's got the lithium battery in it, so that's all sweet. Just for the hell of it, let's check his lights. Rightio, so we want blinker, front blinker, rear blinker, other side. Yep. Back one, tail light, stop light. I still have that flashy glow. I haven't bothered to change it out, but it does the job. Light, high beam, then, where are they? There they are. Booyah! They're bloody sensational, those ones. Rightio. Beautiful, Max. You're a bloody legend. You always get me home safe. You always get through everything. You're a bloody warhorse. Righto, what's next? Sorry guys, I forgot to give the old pipe a bit of a twist. I'll do it now. You ready? That sounds so good. Oh, the other thing I should check, and that is the, what do you call it, this bloody power socket thing. There's a little light down there, yeah, so I've still got power to it, so that'll all still charge me bits and pieces. So this one is directly done to the battery, and just so that the USBs don't drain your battery if you've had it sitting for a couple of weeks, this one has a switch on it, so I can switch it off. when I'm not bloody turned on. Otherwise you need one, when you put one of these on, if it doesn't have the switch for the USB, make sure you don't attach it directly to the battery, attach it to an accessory wire. On a DR650 it's just in behind the bloody, what is it? It's a headlight, Mark, a headlight. Cool. So that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, if I didn't have to change the tyres, all I'd do is put some bloody petrol in it, load me shit on, and away I'd go, and he'll get me out there and he'll get me back. But we've got to put him in the man cave and get these tyres changed over. Oh! Right about there. Rightio guys, let's get these, oh, be very careful Mark, don't cut your tyres. Up there. One of those. One of those. Oh. Rightio guys, I reckon this is the first time I've ever had a pair of tyres. I've actually never bought tyres online and had them delivered, I've always got them locally. But guys at Elliott Brothers, they didn't have one of them. They weren't too sure whether I was going to get them in time. So that means bloody nothing. All right, so I've got to make sure I've got the right tyres. I know they're D606s by the tread pattern, but I've got to make sure. And there we go. I can see it. Hang on. So my rear tyre is the 130/90 17-inch, which is correct. And of course they say Dunlop D606 and it has F for the front. But it's funny, the rear one doesn't say R. It just says Dunlop 606. Rightio Mark, stop bloody just waffling on. So what do we got? 90, 90, 21. Brilliant, so they are spot on. And if I remember rightly, these do have a rotation. No, oh yeah, there it is. So these tyres do have a rotation, so I've got to make sure I remember to put them on the right way. The rear one, I can't remember whether that one has it or not. And no, the rear one doesn't have a rotation, so the rear one can go on any which way, but the front one, we have to make sure we get the rotation correct. Rightio guys, I'm just going to go and make a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, but the phone's ringing. Rightio guys, I reckon I'm going to go and make myself a cuppa, but I thought we'd do what's Nay up to in the woodshed, and you can see she's been up to absolute bloody nothing. Now there's a very good reason for that, and that is because for the last couple of days she's been crook, and she did a couple of, on the weekend just gone, she did 2 different markets, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. So being out of action, it's put her a bit behind, so let's see what she's up to, if she's doing all biker bits stuff. There she is! Hello. Hello. Now I won't annoy her too much because I know she's getting very busy. I'm going to top up your cuppa for you.
Oh, you're okay? A treasure. You're a god.
Excellent. Now we back away from the bear. We sneak away.
You need to be like that. I'm all better today.
You are. You're a good sick person. You're not demanding or anything.
No, I just lay there and die quietly.
Yes. Cool. I'm going to make a coffee. Rightio guys, so the tyres are off. I might work with these down the back. Rightio guys, I reckon what we might do is do the front one. Now, The other thing is, I reckon I'm going to change, I'm going to put new tubes in them. So I'm going to use the spares that I've had for ages, and I've got another set of spares as well, which I won't be taking on this ride. But they've been in there for ages. I've used them over and over and over. I reckon they're time to bloody change them, so we'll do that as well. Rightio guys, so as per usual, life gets in the way. It's now dark time. I've moved from over there to over here because it's getting a bit wild and woolly and a bit of bloody rain. So, alright, so I've taken out the all the air, valve and all that. I've got to try and break this bead, which I hopefully can just do here on this table. I don't feel safe. I'm going to do that out on the concrete. Rightio guys, so I've just broken the bead on the other side. Bloody hell. But I don't want to stand on it because of the disc there, so I've already just broken that bit then. That should be pretty well right now. Now the other thing with these the old, most probably the old tube out of the rear tyre, I'll most probably be able to use that rubber in for the Virago 250s for under the seat when I'm going to do that tin stuff. Alright, so that's off the bead. Get rid of these. Beautiful. Might go get myself some soapy water. Rightio guys, so I've got myself some soapy water. Around there. Oh, we'll chuck it on the other side as well. Rightio, so that's one side done. Rightio, so now should be able to just pull this straight out. Easier said than bloody done. Oh, right. Bloody hell. Always harder than I remember. Rightio, so now we've got to get this other one in. Put some more slippy stuff on there. But I tell you what, putting the soapy water on there makes all the difference. Well, in my experience. Oh. Oh, I forgot about the rotation. Hopefully I'll put it on right. Right. So our rotation says to go that way. So brake is on that side, so this is the way that the bike is going to go, and as I'm going forward that's going to go that way. So I have it right. Just whacking the tube in, guys. So this is the new tube, making sure I don't kink it up. Now I'll see if I can get this valve through without using the valve puller. Rightio guys, so I don't know how people with I don't know how people with fat fingers actually get this done without a puller, but I managed to get it done. So I'm just going to put a little bit of air in there, because having a bit of air will help stop the pinches, and it will help me get this in too. Rightio, so a little bit more air. Yeah, I reckon that should be all right. They're all on there. Brilliant. Now I think if I was smart, I would have had this bit being on the other side, because I've got that to contend with. The this thing would have been better to have it flat, but anyway, that's the way it goes. So now the object of the game is not to pinch the tube. Basically, just take your time, little bit by little bit. Like that. When I get to there, I'll use this bead buddy thing. Beauty. So that's in, that's going to hold that, and that means I can have 3 of these going. Where's the other one? There it is. I'll come back to you when I get to the tricky part. So now that we're slowly getting to the tricky part, what we've got to do is push down on here. As you can see, it releases the tension over here. So obviously there's a ridge in here, and what we're doing is pushing that down past it, so this part of the tyre can move forward, which releases the pressure on here. Now we'll have a go at doing it. Way easier. All the while trying not to pinch that bloody tube. There we go, guys. Take that out of there. That should hopefully be all good. Hopefully I haven't pinched a what do you call it, bloody haven't pinched the tube. I'll put some air in it and that should just pop it all out, which we'll do right now. Of course you want to see, don't you? No, it hasn't come off the bead. Oh, that's interesting. I'll try the other air compressor. Rightio guys, so I had a bit of trouble getting the bead to come back on, so I'll let it down a jumped it around, I took it off the bead, I re-pumped it, did that a couple of times, and now that's all seated properly. So I don't know, you know, if there's a reason why it does it. I just think it's one of those things, sometimes you'll get them and they'll just be a little bit bloody funny. Cool, so that is the front tyre done. Now I'm going to do the rear one. Rightio guys, so this is what I'm dealing with. Bloody crazy. Alright, so back tyre, ready to pull this rim out. But I'm not going to bore you anymore with the tyre bullshit. I'll come back to you later on. Most probably tomorrow, or when I've got the wheels back on the bike. Alright, I'm shutting up. See ya. Rightio guys, so the back wheel is now done. I must admit, I grabbed out the valve puller. Tell you what, if you've got a tool, use it. It just makes it so much easier to get that out. And when I pumped this up, it all jumped out to the bead like it normally does. It does that pop. And yeah, so that's all sweet, all ready to be put on the bike. Morning guys, all right. So it's obviously the next day. Got those bloody tyres on this morning. I checked the pressure, so I set the front one to 25, rear one to 30 psi. That's what I run on max. And they're still bloody up. Going through the bloody railway underpass. Yeah, so that was bloody, that's always a good thing when your tyres are still up. You've done the right job. I didn't pinch any of the tubes. So some of you might think, you know, why the hell would you bother going to that effort? Because it's an absolute effort. That's only the second, I think it's only the second time that I've actually done the tyres on max myself. I've done, you know, other ones, but yeah, and you go, wow, you just roll your bike into the bloody mechanics or the tyre shop, pay an extra 20 bucks to have them fitted, and you roll out. That's the way to do it, by far. I mean, they've got the machines to do it, they make the job bloody easy, but I suppose a couple of reasons, I suppose. I hate appointments and I hate bloody having to drop things off and get driven back and then go back, and you know, a lot of muck arsing around. So from that fact, you know, I don't have to worry about that. That in itself kind of like defeats the purpose of how much effort you've got to go to do it yourself. But the other thing is that I want to know how to do it, so that if I'm out in the middle of nowhere, I've got half a bloody chance of changing a tyre, you know, or fixing a puncture, and not when putting it back on. Stuff, you know, pinching tubes, and so every time I do it, I'm just getting better at it. I get, you know, a bit more knack, because a lot of the things, it's, you know, it's a skill, it's a knack, it's an art form sometimes. So yeah. There you go, just thought I'd, thought I'd done what, Mark? You thought you'd what? They're waiting for it. Just thought I'd share that with you on me bloody morning walk. Alright, back to the man cave, or back to doing up this bloody bike. Actually guys, before we get back there, I just thought that, as a side note, because I know someone out there will go, you know, changing the tyre in, actually hang on, there's the station. Changing a tyre on the side of the track is way different than changing one in your man cave. I realise that. Cool, alright, now get back. Rightio guys, how do you know if the postie's been and delivered your mail? You can tell by his tread. Rightio, let's see. Wow, look at that, brilliant. Rightio guys, so the tyres are all on. All fitted correctly, all bloody done all the right stuff to make sure that they're going to be not binding up or anything like that. And of course I'm not going to have any trouble with grip, because have a look at that. Lovely, lovely knobbies. Good old D606. Rightio, so now I've got to take him out and get him washed, but you know what? I'm going to wash myself first. Rightio guys, so Max has been washed. He's been SC1'd. Whoa, oh, hang on, Jesus. There we go, that's it. He always comes up good with that SC1, I tell you. Just bloody fantastic stuff. Yeah, I know, I bloody bang on about it all the time. But that's because it's just so awesome. So there you go. So all I've got left now to do is do some grease lubing on all the pivoting little points and lube that back chain. But for now, we'll go in and bloody, I'll show you all the shit that I'm bloody taking. Rightio guys, so now all the gear that I'm going to take. It's actually Friday night, the day's just gone. Hopefully I haven't been boring you, but anyway, here you go. Alright, so the house. So my house is basically a tarp. I'll tarp off the bloody motorbike. I'll have a ground sheet, which is just a $3 bloody tarp. And I've got some sand pegs and normal pegs. Now, for inside the house and what I'm sleeping in, so I've got the Thermarest, you know, blow up bloody thing, super light. I'll have the sleeping bag, and I've got that bivvy bag thing because it's going to get pretty cold, so that'll go, the sleeping bag will go inside that. A couple of little pillows, a small blanket to go inside the sleeping bag, and we'll call this as part of the house. That's just a little Halinox chair. Rightio guys, so that is it. That's my house and all my sleeping stuff in there. So now I'm going to bring Max in, strap that down, and then we'll go through the rest of the stuff. Hey. Rightio guys, so bag is strapped down, no worries at all, but can you see an issue? Lovely and shiny, not shiny. So, because that got SC1'd, and you just can't have non-matching bags. So I'll give that a bit of a spray of wipe over. I reckon you've got to have a beautiful clean bike when you take off, so that when you're nearing the end of the bloody trip, it's all dusty, you're all dusty, and you feel like you've been on an adventure. There we go guys, 60 seconds later, and they are now matching. Bloody brilliant. So obviously I can fit a whole lot more in this bag. This is the beauty of these type of bags, which is the Wolfman bloody expedition duffel bag or whatever, is that you just roll it down, and it just, yeah, it just compacts down really well. Super tough. But I like to keep as little up there, keep all the weight on these side bags. Rightio, next on the list is clothing. Obviously I'll be wearing all my adventure MX bloody whatever the hell, and my boots and all that kind of stuff. So all I need is when we're around the campfire, obviously when we camp on the 2 nights. So really thin, small pair of lightweight shoes, pair of jeans, a hoodie, beanie. I'll even most probably sleep with the beanie on, depending on how hot it is, how bloody cold it is. Oh, a pair of those fingerless glove things. They're just, I can even sleep in these if it's really cold. And that is, oh no, actually, and socks, jocks, and a t-shirt. So a fresh change. I only need one lot. Rightio guys, so now I'm just going to jump to liquid just because I want to put water stuff in there. So I'm going to be carrying 1, 2, 3, 4 litres of water, and I'm going to have 2 litres in a hydration pack. It can carry 3, but I only need to carry 2. This is going to be enough water for that whole trip. If not, there are stop points that I can top up if I want to, but obviously I want to put all the heavy stuff down low before I start packing stuff that's a little bit lighter. Put them in the upper reaches. So that's the water. So I'm going to be carrying 6 litres in total. I reckon I should be sweet with that because it's not going to be very hot out there. Of course, for around the campfire, I've got 6 cans there. 3 a night. If I drink a little bit more on one of the nights when we're at Dimboola, I can get some more. Bloody hell, guys! I was just packing all this stuff up. I did forget to show you, I had a little toiletry bag, underarm, brush your teeth kind of stuff. Brush, never used the bloody thing. That actually, I ended up popping that in there. Rightio, so food and cooking and all that kind of stuff. So obviously taking, oh, actually, That's the little wood stove. I don't need that. Got a little bit of weight in it. I'll leave that behind. So I'll just take that. There's actually more stuff in here than what I have to take, but it's all a little pack, so I'll just taking it. Obviously taking me fry pan and pot. I'm not going to need the fry pan, but it's just a little pack, so it all comes with me. Now, food. So, everybody knows, chunky beef, and I'm going to go with some spaghetti. So that's the 2 nights that we'll be at camp. This is because we're doing hard stuff, so I'm just making it just easy as bloody whatever stuff to do. I've got some mac and cheese that I may use. I'm not planning on it. This is my 2 breakfasts. So that's a couple of Weet Bix, some sugar, and a crunchy nut bar. So there's 2 of those. Then I've got more crunchy nut bars just throughout the day, and a whole heap of little mini Snickers. Now remember, as we go, like lunch on Saturday, we'll be head out on the road, and then we head into the desert. We go through, we camp there, we have dinner, obviously just in the middle of the bloody bush, and breakfast in the middle of the bush. Then we continue out, and then before we get to the next desert, we'll be doing a fuel up for those that need it, and then we can have lunch there, and then we take off from there and then head out through the next desert. Now we'll actually continue all the way through there, and then we head out to Dimbula and then into the next desert where we'll camp there. So it's only dinner and breakfast time that we need to worry about. So that's it. That's all I'm taking in the way of food. Cool, I'm gonna pack it, hang on. Rightio guys, I'm all over the bloody joint. Obviously each morning what I do is I grab out a handful of stuff like that, and that goes into the tank bag. So I'm doing that obviously for the start of this bit, and then I'll do exactly the same thing tomorrow morning, which is the next morning. Cool. Rightio, so this side is all done. Basically there's 2 litres of water at the bottom, my clothing and shoes, and the rest is all food in there. Done. Rightio, so you've seen all my tools obviously that I'm taking. Now, that's the little Anki backup bloody battery jump starter thingy. I can also charge off the devices. First aid kit, comprehensive. Pump up my bloody tyres, that's going to be put on the front, which I'll show you. Leatherman tool, which goes in the tank bag. Some Panadol, just in case I get a headache from Alistair. I've got some of these warm Duvalakis, so if it gets cold on the ride or cold when I'm sleeping, I can use these. I take them, I very rarely use them, but when it's bloody cold, I tell you what, they are fantastic. And of course some chain wax. And that's pretty much it, guys. Alright, I'll come back to you. Rightio guys, that is it. I've bloody done the thing now. I did bugger up. I had to put my bloody gym beams up there. I started running out of room. Because normally what I do is I run 1 litre bottles on either side of these bags. So I've done all the waters in the bag. So that's kind of stuffed me up. That's alright. Just a quick change round. Chucked them in there. Got to make sure I bring the bloody Jimmy. All these bloody, the phone mount, bloody camera mounts and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to run the 1 water bottle there. I've obviously got the 2 litre camel pack there. What have we got? Bloody whole heap of bloody gizmo stuff in there. Oh, of course I forgot to put that on, so that's on there, the tripod. For you guys, of course. And of course all me bloody riding gear, the helmets, camera's bloody set up ready to go, everything's charged, the boots, got me bits and pieces ready to put on. That's my new little system, so I remember in the morning chuck that on. I think that's about it, guys. Oh, actually, and there's that. That's where the compressor lives. It just straps down there. That works really, really well. Well, there you go, guys. That's Man Cave Tuesday done and dusted for another week. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully it didn't drag on too much with that tyre changing. I do that because I like people to see that it's not as easy as what you see the bloody pros doing it. Ah, here, just do this, dong, 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 bang. It is. Even me, you know, I've done it quite a few times, twice now with Max. And, you know, it takes a bit of effort to get the bloody job done. So if you're struggling with it, don't worry. Even I do. Not that I'm a bloody professional at doing it, but yeah, you do struggle with it, but you get it done. All right, so So now that's it. I've got to get this bloody video edited, and then tomorrow morning take off for, which isn't your morning, but obviously my morning. This is Friday before Man Cave Tuesday, and to the Three Deserts. So we've got 6 of us going. So there's 3 DR650s, the KTM 1090, the WR 450F, and the DRZ 400. So 5 of us are leaving from Bendigo, and we're meeting Dan on the DRZ 400, who's coming from South Australia. Going to meet him at Oyen, and yeah, so there you go. Cool. So hopefully it should be a good one. It'll be a bit bloody cold out there, I reckon. But anyway, I could just start rambling off bloody way I go. Alright guys, so I'll see you in the budget bike build Virago 250, those that are following that obviously. Alright guys, keep on riding, and if you ain't riding, just keep on keeping on.